Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hi there, it's Jackie Bros.
And I'm Dunlap. Welcome to the Red State Update podcast.
Yeah.
Boy, I tell you what, Jackie, I've been to some funerals in my time.
Yeah.
But that George Jones funeral, that's probably one of the best funerals I ever seen.
Did you go up there to it?
I drove towards it.
What do you mean you drove towards it?
I didn't know where they were having it.
Well, you just like me, you just watched it on TV, didn't you?
No, I went up there and tried to find it.
What do you mean tried to find it?
Well, I thought it was at Opry Mills.
No, the Grand Ole Opry, you know where it was. Hell.
I didn't know. I thought it was Opry, so I went up to Opry Mills, and I mean, there was some sad-looking
They ain't
people.
gonna have George Jones' funeral in a mall.
Well, I don't know, Brandon. I don't know who owns what around there.
Oh,
I went into Bass Pro Shops, and everybody looked kind of down. So I thought, well, maybe it's here.
well,
Maybe they're going to wheel him out on a boat or something.
wow.
But they did not. So I could walk around the mall for a little bit, and then I thought, well, maybe it's at the Ryman.
No, it was at the Grand Ole. They didn't have it at the Ryman Auditorium. It had it at the Grand Ole Opry.
That's better because there's parking. Hard to find parking downtown by Ryman
Oh,
Auditorium.
hell, you can't find nothing down there.
You know who I seen down there?
Oh,
Heading to downtown in the White Castle parking lot, Birdman.
Birdman's up in Nashville.
Yeah, he didn't tell you he was going to be
He
in this
tell me
area.
what he wants to tell me. He ain't got to call me and let me know his comings and goings. He ain't got to say all that.
I asked Birdman if he knew where George Jones' funeral was at. He
Yeah.
said he was more of a jazz aficionado.
I thought there was quit now. I ain't giving nothing away because they went against this, but there was talk he was going to be part of the service there for a little while. They're going to let some pigeons, doves go, something like that, and they decided against it. But he was in the running. He was who they was talking to about doing that.
Birdman, they came to Burt, so the George Jones family.
Well, whoever, I don't know if it's a family or, you know, they trying to put on a show, and that's part of it. He was in show business, you know, certain funerals, that sort of things. That's encouraged, you know. You won't do that. I've been to funerals too where nobody knew who he was. Somebody won't get up there and make a scene. They say, all right, I'm looking forward to this funeral. I get up there and sing a song. I mean, that's tacky to me. But on this funeral, I mean, for entertainment purposes, that's all right. That kind of behavior is acceptable there. But they were for a while talk about either letting some doves fly out,
Yeah.
or pheasants.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
That would have been good. That would have been good.
I don't know. I mean, they do that sometimes.
Do you think the Opry House cleaning crew got a vote in that?
Well, that's probably what it was. They ain't going to let it inside there. And plus, that's a nice gesture and all that, but that don't.
That's
George,
at
George
weddings.
Jones wouldn't want no damn bird. He'd be, look at them birds. Hell, you know, he wouldn't.
Oh. That's what you say.
Yeah.
What, birds are at weddings. I don't think you let birds go at
Some
funerals.
people do, you know, it's always they're singing at weddings, singing at funeral. Birds go here. All store openings, all sorts of stuff. They let birds go at it. I don't know. They were just talking. He just mentioned it to me. It didn't happen. I'm glad. I think they made the right choice. I mean, no offense to Birdman. If they'd want someone to do that, he'd have showed up. He'd have done a damn good job. But yeah, I'm glad they voted against it. Didn't seem right at George Jones' funeral. It don't seem right to me.
Yeah, Birdman seemed weird about the whole, when I brought up the funeral. He was like, I'm more of a Lionel Hampton fan.
Well, that explains it right there. It just, you know, it just temporarily, you know, when you don't get a job.
You mad?
Yeah, well, not necessarily mad, you know, just you feel bad. He had two things feel bad. George Jones dead, and he missed out on a little extra money, a little income, yeah.
I didn't think Birdman liked me that much, but I guess he did he seemed concerned about how drunk I was driving around Nashville looking for George Jones's funeral, and he said, let me take you over there to it. And I said, well, thank you, Birdman, after all the things I said on the podcast about you. And
Oh, hell, he don't listen to this.
that's what he said. He said,
Yeah.
what are you talking about? I said,
Why'd you tell him that?
well, then I backpedaled. I was like, yo, just about how good your birds are and how legal everything was and above board.
All right.
And he said, well, come on, get in then. And I said, okay. And he said, no, you ride back there. He wouldn't let me ride up front with him.
Ride the birds, yeah.
So he was concerned enough about me to get me
Well,
off the
if
road.
I wouldn't have someone drunk as hell up in the cab with me either. Unless I'm drunk too. If Birdman wasn't drunk, last thing you want. He don't know yet. Well, somebody crazy drunk driving around, he's nice enough to help you, and you sitting there complaining. I wouldn't want
So
you
I'm
drunk
stuck
as
in
hell
the
up
back
front with me.
with a bunch of squawking birds.
Well, yeah.
And I'd stopped off at Target earlier to get me an icy because they got the best icy machines at Target.
Oh, yeah.
A blueberry, and I'd spilled it down the front of my shirt. So we're going down the interstate, and the feathers are flying to the sticky part of my shirt. And I just in that one part, I got covered in feathers like a Burt Reynolds pinup from
What?
an alternate avian human hybrid Earth.
What?
Like if in the 70s, Burt Reynolds existed, but he was half Birdman.
All right.
It's what I looked like.
It don't make
And
no
I-
sense.
And I'm about to show up at George Jones' funeral with feathers stuck all over my chest. And probably mites.
They wouldn't let you in like that.
No, they wouldn't.
No.
They didn't.
Hell no.
There was just a lot of people milling about in the parking lot. A lot of tailgating.
Well, he just dropped you off in the parking lot out there.
Yeah.
Well, there's
I had to
all
walk a little ways.
There's all sorts of crazy people out there.
Oh, yeah. The
From all
Westboro
over.
Baptist Church was out there.
Well, I bet they like the look of you. Look like a bird, whatever. Feathers all over you, blue.
If they could have figured out what I was, they would have figured out a way to blame it on gays.
Well,
But they couldn't. They didn't know what it was. I stumped them.
well, I wasn't going to go down there, and everybody knows how much I love George Jones. I've had some time to let it process. It still hits me every now and then, and I get sad, grab a drink, turn on the radio, but everybody thought, you going up there, Jackie? Everybody asked me if I was going to go up there. I ain't going up there. No, sir. Traffic like that, like just what you describe. How many other idiots out there like you?
'Cause you
I ain't
so
gonna go
old.
up there. No, it ain't got nothing to be so old.
You go
It's
to a
just-
funeral when you so old. You're like, well, I'm next. Depressing. I don't blame you.
No, I like to pay my respects as much as everybody else. I tell you this much: put my church clothes on, got my suit, and sat there on the couch and watched it. And that's just respectful as actually going up there.
So
I
you
think.
dressed up.
Well,
you just
George
sat
Jones'
on your-
funeral, I sit there and watched it. It's just like a funeral from, it does get depressed sometimes. You're right about that. I mean, you get to be up in my age. It's not so much that I feel like I'm next. It's just people die all the time, that It's just what it is. And you can't go to every funeral there is. You can't do it.
So
You'd be at funeral. If I went to every funeral, someone I know dying and I've known over years, and I've been living here in Murfreesboro all my life, I'd be at a funeral every other damn day. I can't do that. And I think people understand that, but I still want to pay my respects. And they put George Jones on TV. I thought, they got obituaries in the newspaper. They ought to have a channel, a cable channel, where just 24 hours of funerals.
Just 24 hours funeral channel on cable.
I'd watch. It's not so much watching it. I mean, I'd be watching it, but I mean, if you did that locally, on the local, just put cameras up in funeral homes all over the place.
Well, you could have a national channel, too, where, like, the best funerals.
Sure. But because sometimes not everybody can be there. You just flip it on, still dress up, still do your praying.
Why do you
sing
have to
along.
dress up?
Well, because I'm respectful. What you talking about why you dress up? You dress up when you go to a funeral. You don't sit there in your damn underwear, taste hurt, watching it. You dress up.
Well,
But
if you really wanted to be respectful, you'd be there
I just said
offering
you,
a tissue to the grieving widow.
You can't be at every damn funeral is. Like I said, I be at a funeral every other day.
It don't make any sense why you got to dress up, though. You're at
I
home.
dress up because I respect.
Relax. Take you a load
You
off.
ain't supposed to sit there and enjoy watching it. It ain't supposed to be like watching Knots Landing, kick back, watching TV like you just watching TV. You watching TV, I understand that, but you watching a funeral. You watching something that you're still part of it. You dress up and you're respectful.
I know a lot of people don't go to church, but they say, "Oh, I turn on that."
That's
Channel
right.
2.
There's a lot of people up in age that can't get to church. Nobody go pick
Watch
them
it
up.
on
Take
TV.
them. Watch it on TV. I ain't
But
that
they
way.
do not dress up.
I don't know if I do or not.
Most, I would wager, do not dress up at all. They get up,
Anybody
they're in their
turn on-
ratty old nightgown, boxers, stumbling around. Oh, we got to turn on that.
Well, at least they're trying, all right? At least they're trying to do something.
Here's what I'm saying is if you had a funeral channel, maybe you would start out dressing up to watch it, but after a couple of weeks, you'd be sitting there naked eating a bowl of ramen
No,
noodles.
sir, not me. No, if it's somebody, I'll say this, but if it's somebody I know, I'm dressing up. If I flip on the funeral channel and somebody I ain't never heard of, but the funeral, something going on that get my attention, then I ain't going to necessarily put a suit on. But if it's someone I know, someone I respect, whether it be George Jones or somebody down the street, I'll put my suit on. But, just like if they have some sort of weird foreign funeral, something I ain't ever seen, like what that boy doing, balancing a chair on his chin, whatever they do,
What is
all
that?
them different things.
That's the circus. That would be a circus funeral. Maybe if somebody in
Well-
the circus died, they'd do that.
Well, you know what I mean. I don't mean to be racist. I'm just saying some of that foreign stuff they wear and all sorts of stuff is spinning around.
I think Ed Sullivan's funeral had a lot of that.
Well,
Chair and plate spinning.
I tell you what, I wish the hell they had a funeral channel when he died.
I'm surprised they didn't show that on TV.
Well, I just...
How much
saying.
money you got? I think we can make a lot of money. You know what? And we'll sell ads because the only people who are going to watch this are old people. So we can sell, buy gold. We can sell dentures. We can
all
sell
right, not necessarily all
adult
old
diapers.
people. So if it's I know that's true. Old people got more respect than young people. I agree with you there. But there may be some young people who can't get away from work, whatever it is.
Their life, their actual.
That's right. They can
ongoing
turn it
life.
on. Let's look at it, and pay their respects that way. I think there's a way you can do it and still pay your respects. And
I wonder if there's some way to do a interactive funeral.
What?
I mean, 2013, we got all this kind of magic technology.
Interactive, what? That's just on a computer, basically. It's the same thing. Computer, just a TV. You change the channels faster. That's
Well,
all
now,
it is.
You could, if you had Skype funerals, like you had set up a bunch of screens at the back so people can see you crying even if you couldn't be there. And they walk past you and like, I'm so sorry.
Well,
if it's coming in right. Half the time that shit don't work.
Well, that's too complicated for me. I think just the thought that counts. If I got it on and I got a tie and a suit, I figure that's just as good as anything else. And I felt like I said goodbye to the possum that way, and me and Vince Gill got to crying. A lot of other folks.
Well, that's about every other day for Vince Gill.
Well, yeah.
You think Amy Grant's having second thoughts?
I don't.
That's what she gets, kind of.
All right. Don't want to think about their personal lives. Don't make no damn difference to me.
Do you think he... Never mind.
All
Oh,
right.
I'll say it. Do you think he... No, I'm not going to say it.
Don't say it. I don't want to hear it.
Do you think he cries after they have sex?
All right. Why'd you say it?
After... All I'm asking is, after Vince Gill...
I don't want to know anything about that sort of stuff, and neither does
Amy
anybody
Grant
else.
get
All
finished making love.
Right. Look, they lead a private life. Thank goodness there are some celebrities that lead a private life. Leave it private.
Amy Grant probably on top.
All right, enough.
I will tell you this, Jackie. I will tell you this. I mean, maybe you didn't get feathers blown on you. Maybe you didn't get stuck in Nashville traffic.
Well, I wasn't going to put up with none of that.
Maybe you didn't get pulled over for DUI and had to run through the cornfields.
All right.
But let me tell you this. One thing you missed out on was the possibility of a hand job from Tanya Tucker.
Oh, enough. All right, I don't want to even talk about this anymore. Shut the hell up. Not even Tanya Tucker be that disrespectful at George Jones' damn funeral.
Not even Tanya Tucker. Well, all I know is this woman was saying she was Tanya Tucker.
Oh, enough.
Honest to God, I didn't think it was Tanya Tucker because she was way too fat. But I was like, well, fuck it.
All right, I don't want to hear that language either. And plus, who knows how many years it been since you've seen Tanya Tucker. I ain't seen her recently. I ain't seen Amy Grant.
She was on the
I don't know how
funeral.
long.
She sang at the funeral. I think she opened the funeral.
Which one?
George Jones's funeral. What other funeral?
Which? Who? Amy Grant or
Tanya Tucker.
Tanya Tucker did. They's both there. I can't tell them apart half the time. Hell.
You can't tell Amy Grant and Tanya Tucker apart?
I just saying all of them sometimes. I know who each one of them is. I ain't seen either one of them in 20 damn years.
Well, you must have been still getting your shoes on because Tanya Tucker was singing.
Well, you ain't late when they still singing at the beginning of the funeral.
The
You ain't late
funeral
when you
was singing.
Oh, hell, I know that. Not the first song. When you get to the funeral, if they're still singing the first song, it ain't that late.
Garth Brooks didn't even sing.
Well, good. I don't need him singing there. He retired, didn't he?
Did he? Or is he performing in Las Vegas?
I don't know what. That's why.
Same thing. Oh, man. But it was a fun day.
It ain't supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be George Jones' funeral.
Hey.
Ain't nothing fun about it at all. Don't say it was fun. Now, he may be looking down from heaven and give a little wink and go, at one point in his life, but he's over that stuff now.
You mean George Jones doesn't have fun anymore since
Well, I'm just saying toward the end of it, he did not like that. He learned that ain't the way to have fun. He lived his life that long, so long, he got his life straight because he said, this ain't fun no more. He
After
got
70
some sense.
years.
Yes, his wife knocked some sense into him. Good woman.
His idea of fun changed from going out, getting drunk, carousing,
Yep.
doing whatever the hell he wanted to,
Well,
popping
yeah.
pills.
And everybody's entitled to have a little. So, when you're younger, in your young age, you do a little bit of that. I did my little bit of that, but I grow up and get a little sense. I ain't saying it's bad that he did it. He can't do it forever is what I'm saying.
And later, his idea of fun changed to making a gospel album with Vestal Goodman.
Well, there you go. Now, tell me, that's a turnaround right there.
He lived quite a life, Jackie. Quite a life.
I reckon he did.
But it was probably the best funeral I ever heard about.
Well, miss you.
And was in the vicinity of.
Oh, yeah. It was good watching on TV. I did a lot of good singing, yeah.
Listen, if you see Birdman, don't tell him that wasn't Tanya Tucker, because
All right.
he was really into
I'm
it.
sure he'll have a story to
That's
tell
all.
me. I want to get his side of the story, because I don't know if I trust. If you was drunk as hell, I don't think you know what the hell's going on.
Birdman, he was always, Tanya Tucker. All the way home. That's what he kept saying.
Yeah. I tell you where I do want to go, as soon as you're able to. We didn't get a chance to talk about it last week. Because
George Jones died.
George Jones died. There wasn't nothing else worth talking about. But I want to get us to get together, maybe get a camera, even make a video or something like that. We don't do that no more, but we want to go down to Texas, go at Bush Library. I want to see that.
Are they open every day of the week?
I don't know how it's open to the public now. I know that. And I won't get down there. They got all sorts of. It sounds like it's real modern, like super future kind of thing. Which
Holograms?
Things like that. Yeah, things I'd, to be quite honest, wouldn't expect in a Bush Library. I mean, I expect stuff like that probably more in books. But
Like games and
well, yeah,
fun tunnels.
but things to help you learn things.
Well, it is a library's in the name.
Well,
you
yeah.
can't change. You have to have a library if you're a former president. Like, you can't just,
I
instead
know
of
that.
opening a library, you can't open up the Bush game room.
I know that, but yeah, but at least it, they offer that sort of thing for you, and you learn playing it. They got a deciding points.
Yeah, the deciding points game.
Something like you go in there and you, Iraq War gives you all the options, and then you get to pick. It says you choose what you would do. Would you invade Iraq? I'm just using that as an example. I know
That's
other,
only
other
one
stuff.
of them.
Yeah, but like you want to invade Iraq, or you want just cut and run, be not worry about it or whatever, and then. You make a choice, and then Bush come up on a video screen and tell you whether you're right or wrong.
What do you get if you're right?
Probably just, good little wink and good job, just self-satisfaction that Bush agrees with you.
But it's not actually George Bush. It's a robot.
No, I think it's like a picture. You know, it's he's not there. He don't come out. What do you mean? No, it's a video of him. Video of him talking.
He didn't do anything much these days. It's his prerogative. He ain't like Bill Clinton going all over the place making a ass of himself.
Well, yeah.
I just thought maybe he thought that would be something fun to do.
He'd go down there every now and then. It's in Texas. He ain't got to go too far, I don't think. He'd go over there and visit.
They got that thing. I did read about that nickname generator. They take like a body scan of you, like at the airport, and they run it through like a George W. Bush.
Oh, and he comes up with like Shorty.
Yeah, or Fatty.
Fatty, whatever, yeah. That's pretty good. I like it.
There's a lot of good things at the George W. Bush Library. We should go down there.
I won't go down there and say it. Because I'd love to play in that decision points game or something. I guarantee you this, I'd probably decide right along with him.
You think so?
I'm just saying I probably would. I'm pretty good on my history. I kind of remember a lot of what George Bush did, like a lot of America don't. I remember the good stuff. But there's all sorts of different questions. There's one in there about Katrina.
Right, yeah, Katrina, stem cell research.
Yeah.
That's a deciding point.
Yeah. Well, Katrina, they said you have to decide whether to send troops down there to quit people from looting. That's up to you, whether you do it or not. How you take care of business.
And what would you decide?
Well, somebody got to do something. You can't just sit up there and do nothing during Katrina. You can't just sit on your hands. Let people run wild. Somebody's got to do something. You got to decide.
I'm looking this up right now. There's 9/11 is a decision point.
Well, how do you decide about 9/11?
I don't know. It doesn't say what the options are. I think probably just like, lead real good, or just like screw it up. I mean, I'd choose lead real good.
That's what I'd choose. Yeah.
What kind of? They got a restaurant?
I gotta feed something there, I'm sure.
People gotta eat. Yeah, let's go. We could do the podcast live
from Bush Library. That'd be the best thing I'd ever do. Yeah, I'd love to do that. That'd be something to do right there.
You see them wheeling Bush Daddy out and Clinton and.
Well, they all come out. Yeah, they all nice to each other on that day, which is good. I like all of them coming down there to support George Bush. Lord knows he needs it. So they all showed up, Obama, all of them. They lined, everybody had something good to say about old George Bush, didn't they?
They sure did.
Yep. They run him down all the time, but when they open up a library.
Well, anybody opens up a library, people, when they're going to give a speech about you and talk nice about you.
Yeah.
I mean, opening up a library, it's one of the best things you can do.
I'd say so, yeah.
Free books.
Yeah.
Pointless, kind of, but I mean, nice gesture.
That's what it's about. It's a nice gesture. Like I said, all presidents all of them get a library. I'm sure Bush did ask, can I have a game room instead? And they said, well, probably better not. But he showed them. They got a library, and they got all sorts of games in there, too. I hope there's a gallery in there.
For his paintings.
There will be someday, I hope that day don't come anytime soon.
I'm reading this online right now, but the grounds...
not that I don't want to see his paintings. I'm talking about him passing away.
He'll die. Why does he have to die for his paintings?
Because he wants to keep a man enjoying himself at his house. He likes them.
Oh.
He'd take pictures of them and show them to his family.
But he'll leave them to the library, you think?
Well, yeah, wouldn't you?
That's probably...
I'm just saying, but he enjoys looking at them right now. He likes having his paintings up.
The grounds, I'm reading here, they don't have groundskeepers. That's another interactive thing you can do, is that everybody visits the library gets to help clear the brush.
Well, yeah.
Hoe, weed.
Yeah.
That sounds like camp. It sounds like a lot of fun.
You don't have to do it all day. You do a little like me. You go down there, we'll throw a couple things to the side. They ain't going to force you to do it.
Well,
but that's what Bush did. He'd get out there. It'd be long enough, about long as Bush did it. We like to do it. It'd be long enough to go out there, throw some stuff out of the way. You get a picture of him doing it,
This says for you, they let you leave. You got to put in a good day's work.
Well, you ought to put in some work for old.
So I guess, just wear some comfortable clothes when you go down there and help keep up the appearance of the library. You ever been to a presidential library?
I have not. I ain't got one in Tennessee as far as I know.
That Reagan Library, they got a plane there.
Oh, yeah. I seen them, they got Nixon Library.
Yeah, what they got there? Bunch of boring, old stuff. Clinton Library.
Oh, yeah.
Where is that?
Hell, I don't know. Don't want to know.
These things that come up. Here's the thing about Bush Library. It sounds cool and like a lot of fun.
Yeah,
that's the library you want to go to.
I know they opened the Clinton one. Do you remember one thing about it?
Nope,
me either.
I know. Only thing I know about the Reagan Library is they got the planes.
Airplane, they did something, didn't they?
That's pretty cool.
Besides just books, you got to do something. I mean, no offense, but there are libraries everywhere. You can go to any old library. Well, I want to go to Reagan Library. Well, why are you going to go there and get your book? Airplane.
Yep.
Of course, could go airport, I reckon.
They could open a library in an airport, but they
ain't going to do that. You got to buy everything to read in the airport. You ain't going to let you check out a book and take it with you.
Book publishers would never go for that.
Nope. Won't let it happen.
Plus, how would you have to mail it? Like you go to a library and, the Pittsburgh airport and you fly into Cleveland. How you going to get first of all, that's a terrible, terrible trip. Yeah. How you going to get your book back to Pittsburgh?
Yeah. You got to think about these things before we get on the airplane.
Well, I guess you could put it on the airplane going back. They'd have a drop-off on the plane.
Ain't nobody going to drop it off for you. It ain't going to work. That's what I'm saying. It ain't going to work. Right. But, is there, Clinton, is there a Jimmy Carter Library?
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, they all got one, right?
I guess so. I don't remember.
When did
I blocked it out if I did. I don't know. How far back does it go? Every damn one of them got a library. See if there's one in Tennessee. Andrew Jackson.
Jimmy Carter Library is in Atlanta, Georgia.
Well, that makes sense.
And museum. Jimmy Carter Library and Museum.
Oh, he adds museum to his, does he?
Well, nobody's going to go to the Jimmy Carter Library.
Why would you go to Jimmy Carter Museum?
That ain't it.
That don't help. Is that supposed to help?
Here's what. If you go to the Jimmy Carter, I'm just putting myself in the place of the average American.
All right.
I'm just trying to imagine how the average American
Okay,
feels.
me and you's planning a vacation. Me and you right now, okay?
Let's
go. I want to go to a presidential library.
You want to go to the Jimmy Carter Library?
Well, what have I got there?
Books on peanuts. Or do you want to go to the Jimmy Carter Museum?
Well, I got the Jimmy Carter Museum. Number one, no. We're putting ourselves somebody else sued because I'd say right off the bat, hell no. But go on.
They got exhibits about peanuts. And I think you can eat some. See, a library, a museum sounds like there's a gift shop where you can buy and eat
What
peanuts.
would you want to buy with Jimmy Carter on it? It'd be like those little smiling peanuts. Remember? They used to have them with big old teeth on them. Pitiful looking at that. That looked worse than a damn California raisin.
All right. Maybe they got some Billy Carter merch.
Well, that's different now.
Do you think they
Billy Carter deserves his own damn museum. Why they got Cheryl Jimmy Carter?
Maybe they sell Billy Beer there. Maybe that's the only place you can get it now.
You can't get it nowhere except back in my back room there.
You can't get as much off eBay for that shit as you used to could.
Well, not right now. About 10 years from now, we'll see how much I get for it.
So...
Well, no, I don't want to go to Jimmy Carter Library or Museum.
There?
Neither one of those sounded good. I hate to think about what's in the Clinton Library and Museum now. What kind of books they going to get out there?
Are you saying it'd be porn books?
It'd be something like that. Look, now you won't go.
I'm Googling it. All right. What we should do is do a podcast. We'll do a Kickstarter where people give us money to travel to each of the presidential libraries, and we judge them and critique them kind of like Anthony Bourdain, and we say, this is what they got at this library. And then we'll do our podcast. We'll tell you how bad each library sucks.
I go do that, and I go look at them. I don't have to stay there too long, do I? Long enough to do one of these.
Maybe Travel Channel give us some money.
Well,
who would watch a show about the presidential libraries?
Hell. Ain't nobody going to watch that. That's why ain't nobody going to do it.
Like, people will watch funerals of unknown dead guys before they'd watch a show about a presidential library. Actually, that's kind of the same thing. Presidential library, just a funeral, just a tribute to somebody.
Some of them ain't dead yet now. But I know what you're saying.
Thanks.
Yeah.
What about the gay basketball player?
Gay basketball player. Yeah, he come out. Yeah.
Jason Collins. He plays for the Research Needed. And I guess he come out as gay. And
it's gay stuff. You know, I don't get wound up about this gay stuff. I just don't see why it's so important. I mean, the people who don't like gay stuff are the ones that make it important, and none of it should. I don't care. Good. He can be gay. That's fine. If he plays basketball good, that's good for him. But I don't. People calling him a hero, this and that.
Well, some people say that they run down Christians who come out in athletics, although. And then they get mad.
When they start doing that, when they run down Christians.
Well, everybody made fun of Tim Tebow.
Well, they ain't gonna make fun of this fella for being gay. Somebody gonna make fun of you no matter what you do, what you are. Get used to that. If you gonna be on TV playing sports or doing anything, somebody gonna make fun of you.
And what about if it's your televised funeral?
It's sad enough that. At least people who going to go to the funeral laugh will watch it from home, not go disrupt the actual funeral.
Yeah, you cannot put a funeral on YouTube. Like, we could broadcast these funerals on TV, but don't put a funeral on YouTube because the comments.
It'd be terrible.
You'd have to disable the comments because people would be like, oh, I'm glad this fatty died.
Yeah. That's how people are on a computer. Don't matter what it is. So, if you's a hero to come out to get made fun of, so be it. Gay, whatever, Christian. But just know they're going to tear you down. Don't make any difference what you are.
So you support him?
I do whatever he wants to.
And you support Tim Tebow?
Sure, sport. Yeah, why not? Yeah.
And you support Christians and gays both frolicking on the fields of their respective sports.
If that's how you want to put it that way, I guess. I wouldn't word it that way.
I thought it was pretty.
Well, there'll be a lot of people who don't think that's pretty at all.
NRA convention. What was it? Convention? They had the NRA convention speeches. Everybody down there giving speeches.
I flipped it on there for a little. It was on like this on C-SPAN, whatever hell it was on, just all of it through it, and I didn't watch all of it, but I flipped on there, and they talked about Benghazi
at the NRA convention.
Yeah. Which,
why were they?
Well, it's good to bring it up wherever you as far as I'm concerned. Don't matter what you do. Not enough people talk about Benghazi. I know it ain't got nothing to do with our gun rights at all. It really don't. That I agree with. But at least somebody's got the guts to bring it up. Most people in the other channel.
Mike Huckabee brought it up at George Jones' funeral.
Well, yeah.
I heard about it. Yeah. I didn't.
Well, old George probably would have wanted him to. He loves
freedom.
Yeah, he loves freedom. Much as anybody else. Laura Bush was there.
George Jones' funeral.
Yeah.
And at the NRA convention, too?
I think probably was somewhere. I have no idea. I didn't see her there on the NRA.
I didn't watch that much of it.
Well, I'll tell you one thing about George Jones' funeral upset me. George Bush ain't welcome nowhere. Was that what it was? Somebody asked him not to go because his wife was there. Why wouldn't you go with your wife to the funeral? Of course, he might have been just like me. I bet that's the case.
Wanted to sit home and watch it.
I bet he dressed up fine.
Sat down on the couch.
Sat there. Good job, Laura. That's what it was, yeah.
Sometimes wives go to the entertainment funerals instead of the presidents.
Well, yeah, that has to be.
And vice presidents go to, like, the overseas dignitary funerals.
Yeah, you right about that. Yeah.
Presidents go to important things, like library openings.
Yeah.
So it probably was George W. Bush he would have cried. First of all, you thought Vince Gill
Bush
cried.
men can't help it. They cry. They wear their emotions on their sleeve, and now some say to a fault. I disagree, but well, except Daddy Bush, too much. But
the George Bush story and the George Jones story similar.
Well, yeah.
Have fun.
Yep.
Go out.
Right.
Carouse.
Yep. Sure.
Redneck it up. Drink. Do some drugs. Party on Saturday night.
Well. Yeah.
But ultimately, it's a tale of redemption.
It absolutely is. George Bush come around. So did the possum. That'll be a sad day when old George goes on.
Oh, we probably got about 40 more years before that happens.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to live a long time.
Well, he going to stay home, enjoy his life. Ain't, like you said, ain't going to be running around like Bill.
Having heart attacks.
Jimmy Carter, how old is he? Down there making a house, hammering. Go lay down. What the hell is wrong with you? You done enough.
Too much.
Yes.
Yeah. Me.
I mean, I appreciate the gesture he's trying to do, but just, you too old. You'd be like, yeah, I'm glad I'm getting a new house, but I'm worried to death that old man going to fall down. Fall off that rafter. Get down from there. That's how you want to start someone's life. That's how you want to start someone's life. You dead body down there. Welcome to your new home.
I always kind of wondered, like, oh, thanks for the house. Who are these people building it again?
Yeah.
What are their qualifications? Well, that's Jimmy Carter, former president of the United States. Travels around the globe trying, he says, bring peace and freedom to whatever.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's great. Like, he's too old to hammer. He's really too old to be out there.
I'm telling you, it's dangerous. It's dangerous.
Any sort of foundation for a home I want to live in.
I don't want to live in a man made by a feeble. Wouldn't do it.
Like, what if, like, just a bunch of 90-year-old men got together, still spry, but they're like, you know what, we're going to start building houses for poor people. Like, who would want them houses?
Poor people take one look at it and say, I ain't getting in there. I'm safe for living on the street.
They don't. No, they don't. They would not have kept up with, like, the regulations and
you tell an old man
codes
4 or 5 times in a row.
Well, we used to do it this way. Whole thing fall down.
You're going to get in an argument. I wouldn't live in one of them Jimmy Carter houses. I feel for the people that need the house, and like I said, it's a nice gesture on his part. But just like when he was president, he didn't think things through.
Intentions were good.
Always Jimmy Carter did get on TV, scolds you this and that. Intentions always good, this and that. But you don't think about it, just run his damn mouth.
Yep.
Helped us out a lot. He'll build you a house about as well as he built this country.
Well, he didn't build.
I know what kind of shape he was the country in when Jimmy Carter in office.
Been around 200 years.
Yeah,
when he took it.
Well,
but he didn't build on. He didn't add a sunroom.
He didn't add a damn thing to it.
He
didn't. Contract. Yeah, America's built. And come on, you had him on there. What do you got to show for it?
You want to at least put in a couple of ceiling fans or something. Leave it better than when you found it.
That's right. Nothing.
You don't want it to turn into, don't go to that part of town where that house is.
Yep.
America House. You want people to drive by and see all pretty Christmas lights like George Jones put up.
Yeah.
Back to that.
Yeah. It's hard to get off of it.
Anything NRA march, gun march on Washington.
Gun march on Washington.
Some people are trying to have Adam Kokesh. Is that his name? Koresh.
Koresh.
No, I think it's close, but Kokesh, I think. He is a libertarian web show and podcaster. I don't know if he's on TV or radio. I read an article about him.
Yeah.
See, how's he make money? Maybe we should talk to him.
Hell, I don't know.
It sounded like he may be on some TV or something somewhere. Adam Kokesh.
Kokesh, yeah.
Kokesh, but it sounds like he's mainly doing like podcasts and internet videos. Well, how's he monetizing?
I don't know who he is.
He must be making money somehow. Anyway, he's having a march. A bunch of armed people going to march on Washington.
What?
Well, how does he? I mean, I just don't see how there's that much money in the podcasting and stuff.
Marching on Washington?
Lord knows we've been trying it, but yeah, a bunch of them trying to get 1,000 people to march with loaded weapons into Washington they can't get a permit because you can't have loaded guns. They're gonna have the guns slung on their backs, not like carrying them. It's just an act of civil disobedience with like 1,000 people, worried gun owners marching there. But I wonder because
they ain't that worried.
I clicked on some of his videos and they were monetized. I wonder if does he have a staff or does he do everything himself? I wonder. That runs into some money. He's paying somebody else.
That idea, and he makes a lot of money.
I don't know how much money he makes. I'm just trying to figure out a sustainable source of income for us. And if he's cracked it, maybe we need to organize a march on Washington.
I ain't going to organize no gun march. I like the intention of that. That sounds good, concerned gun owners. But I don't know concerned gun owner. I know some of them. I don't know all of them. That's the thing. You don't know. Somebody infiltrates you. Crazy person getting.
So you're saying you would be worried about being in a group of 1,000 people with loaded guns marching down the street?
All it takes is one of them.
But that's
and it's not just gun. I mean, they need to. I'm all for this good plan. They need to at least have a test, or at least a check before who gets into this.
So you think the concerned gun owners march should have a background check?
To say who could march is what I'm saying, not to get a gun. Because you don't know one of them some bitches may be not even like crazy want to shoot somebody, but just incompetent. Do it by accident. Drop their gun. One goes off. Guy next to him don't know what's going on. Hey, you know what I mean? That's how it starts.
Somebody could be mad at their ex-wife and see her in the crowd.
Exactly. I'm just saying, if it was like your buddies that you went and did Civil War with on the weekends or whatever like that, if you know everybody, that's okay. But if you got 1,000 people and you know about 30, you don't know what's going to happen. So I think you just check out, make sure that they check them out, who all's going to be in the march before they do the march.
I don't think they're going to go for that because that's pretty much just background check. That's what they're marching against, Jackie.
I didn't say background check to get a gun. Everybody has Second Amendment right to get a gun, but you got to have a permit now to go have a parade or a march or something.
You have the right to assemble and march and stuff.
But you get a permit for it. They don't shut down Murfreesboro, Square when there's just whoever willy-nilly wants to have a parade.
You got to have some mules.
You got to have some donkeys. You know what I mean? You get together, there's a little bit of planning in a march or a parade.
Well, he said this ain't a march. This is civil disobedience. They going down there to prove a point. If he can get 1,000 people to do it.
Well, as long as the 1,000 people are all okay, then that's fine. I ain't got a problem with it. Just make sure you know who you're out there with a loaded weapon in Washington.
I wonder if he sells T-shirts. I wonder if he gets money that way. We never could make that work. I would go to the march and ask him, but I would be scared to death.
Now, don't be too scared. You'd be scared more than most because, you don't carry a gun.
I don't know how. I know. Yeah. Nobody ever let me be near a gun.
Yeah.
That wasn't a background check. That was just, they called it common sense.
Well, Sometimes they right. Your daddy was right. I'm right not to give you one.
So they're going to march on Washington so if they can get enough people. And probably, maybe sell some subscriptions to maybe old episodes of his podcast. I don't know. But I will be watching this event. We'll be watching this news event.
Hey, if you're trying to get like him, just don't go have a march on something else. Just have a march. It don't have to be guns. Think of something. If you try to sell computer stuff, whatever.
Like, if this guy's going to break through, like this is his breakthrough, he's going to get on after Huckabee's radio show, or, he's going to...
Or something worse, if it don't go well, if something doesn't go right with this march, he may be somewhere else.
But either way, this is his moment.
Well, yeah, I'd say that. Yeah,
everything is turning up Kokesh.
Yeah.
So we need something like that for us to have our breakthrough moment. Is that what you're saying? Like, if we had a march,
concerned about it, and I don't care. You was just sitting there concerned. How's he get this? How's he do that? Well, he put a march together.
Well, like, we need to march on Washington, but you don't want to do guns. Too many crazy people.
That's just not that. It's being done. Let them handle this. You know what I mean? I mean, there's gun rallies, marches everywhere. Not quite like this one. That one's a little different, but you know what I mean.
Maybe we can march like I hate Obama march.
Well, that's what all of them are. Hell, what do you mean?
Yeah, if you boil them down.
And they whether it's guns, gays, whatever, you Christians,
Plus, that seems like a lot of work. Like, he doesn't have a permit. This is smart, him not having a permit. That means, on the surface, it means he can carry loaded guns, and 1,000 other people can too. But it also means he doesn't have to get porta potties. He doesn't have to worry about logistics. They just get together, in the Best Buy parking lot, and they go, okay, it's 10 o'clock, let's go. They don't have to fool with, who's got water.
Well, can't you do something like that? Just what does it matter? Just come up with an idea and see if people show up. I don't know what else to tell you.
What would be? I don't have any good ideas anymore. I mean, obviously, we turned to podcasting.
Yeah.
About let's get the government out of our pocketbooks and into our
what?
Loaded guns is good because that's going to get you a lot. That'll get you a lot of press.
Yeah, if you go, yeah, if you get 1,000 people with some loaded weapons marching down
Washington D.C.,
Washington, that's
pretty good.
Get some attention. I don't know.
Maybe whatever.
If it's the kind you want. I guess any attention is the kind you want. But
maybe
if it's illegal, I don't know what they do.
Talk to Birdman and whatever the march is, whatever theme we have. We just make it a production. Give it some production value.
Well, yeah, see if you get Birdman.
So we get some birds going off. Maybe some confetti cannons.
Sound good to me. Hell.
Stilt walkers. This is really just a parade, just a regular parade.
Well, that's what they all are. It's just that you call it this or that, you get a certain type of people at your parade. Maybe. I mean, they all are. If we don't want gay marriage. It's still a parade of people with signs and stuff. I mean, they're all the same thing,
Maybe we could do a fun run.
A fun run?
Like for cancer or something.
Well, they do that all the time, too.
But with guns. Fun gun run.
Well.
But raise money for cancer so they can't say anything or, Waco you.
Yeah.
Because it'd be like, oh, cancer. They were doing it for cancer, and look what you did.
Yeah.
All those dead children. So it's just a fun run, like, I don't know, 5K. I don't know what that means, but I don't think it's that far. So you just get in your little shorts and your thing and your little shirt and your nipple guards, and you put a gun around, a loaded gun, slung on your back, not in your hands.
Right.
And you get people to pledge, like, I'll give you $10 if you do 5K 3 times. Right? I don't know how these work.
I don't know either way. Who's going to pay them the money?
the people donate the pledge. And you sign
People
up,
donate the pledge. If I do this, I know what you're saying, yeah.
and then we have a fun gun run.
You still ain't made no. We got to give all that money to cancer. You still ain't making no money. I thought the point was to get money.
We'll sell like beer cozies, keychains.
Well, there you go. That's a good idea.
With our
everybody
faces
needs
on
that.
it.
That's something everybody needs. Keychain, pocket knife, keychains, beer cozy, something. Always come through. You put something on one of those.
Get those in Walmart, man. We got it made.
Yeah, well, there you go. But the way we got to make money now is our sponsors, so which we don't make any money from, but
$25.
well, $25, and
That ain't bad.
We'll do our sponsors here.
That ain't cash money, but it ain't bad.
Yeah. Well, we're proud to have back as our sponsor. Great sponsor. Great products, all of them. Coley Snack Foods.
Coley Snack Foods.
Yeah, Bible page in every bag. Delicious. And Coley Cinema is always bringing fine family Christian entertainment to the folks out there. We're now getting into something new here. We got Coley's Cat Food. Coley's Cat Food.
Getting into the pet market.
Pet market here, yeah. So we got a bag of that right here, and it's supposed to be delicious for your pet. If you good Christian family, good Christian, you want to feed your pet good Christian.
It's not just for Christian
food
families, but if you are a Christian,
I reckon any cat to eat it.
Is there a Bible page in the cat food bag?
Well, why would you do that? Cat can't read.
Well, but the cat don't feed itself.
No, they don't really have a tie as far as I can tell. It's just Coley's cat food. That's all he told me. He didn't say.
It does say John 3:16 on the bottom of it.
Well, there you go. You don't need to.
That's got some head. See what it. Oh, yeah, open it up here.
Well, yeah, over the years, people say cats, they're of a devil, witches, things like that. And some people get things in their mind like cursed black cat, bad luck. But if that's the case, which I don't think it is, but, just for fun, give them some Coley's cat food.
Is that part of their marketing?
He said something along the lines of that. I don't think I said as good as he did, but that was...
He doesn't
Just what they're trying to say, just get your cat.
They don't
basically take a curse off the cat, and let it go to heaven. It's kind of basically what it said. But
he said the cat goes to heaven and everything because there's a lot of theological implications in those two things.
He's just trying to say
curses,
cat food. I don't know a man's personal beliefs. He just said if you gave him $25, just kind of insinuated that that's what he. He said, you do the rest, Jackie, and I think I did justice to it, I guess.
And they got dog food, too?
Nope.
Just cats.
For now, I guess if that goes well, they may.
This just looks like they're cheese bacon pips.
Wow. Coley's cheese bacon pips, they good.
They came out with those cheese bacon pips 2005. They didn't go over too big.
They were good, though, man. You liked them.
These are cheese bacon pips.
All right. Well, they look just like them, don't they? I didn't look yet.
I mean, they got some fish oil or something poured all over them.
Oh, yeah, you put fish oil on it.
But it ain't bad.
I'll try one. I kind of like it. Give it a little extra wang or something.
But really, they're just selling people snacks as nutritious pet food.
Well, if it's good enough for you, it'd be all right for a cat. I reckon. I don't know how they do it.
It
Just
doesn't
call
say
this cat food. Why you run it down? It tastes. You eat it. You give it to your cat. Call this cat food.
Let me just say that nowhere on here does it. It doesn't say nutrition or nutritious or healthy or anything.
It says Coley's Cat Food. That's what it is. So Coley's Cat Food. That's our sponsors.
Wait, hold on a second.
What?
There is a Bible page in here. Look.
I got a Bible page in the cat. Well, he said they didn't. That may just come in there. If
that must have been from one of the old
bacon
bag of cheese pips.
Pips, yeah.
Bacon cheese pips.
There you go. A Bible page in every cat food bag.
I got a sponsor.
Wow.
At the George Jones funeral, somebody Who in the shit was that? I was so drunk at that funeral.
All right. Well, you got a sponsor what from
They
up
gave
there?
me their card. Somebody gave me $25. Let me get my billfold. They gave me the card here. What is this? Mirabella Gennessey, Tanya Tucker impersonator / prostitute.
What?
That explains it.
All right.
Okay, now it's starting to make sense. Now it's all come back to me.
Okay. That ain't,
Mirabella Gennessey is a Tanya Tucker impersonator
that ain't no sponsor if she's the other.
/ prostitute.
All right.
I don't know what she gave me the $25 for. Let's see. She gave me, what is this? Oh, this is her rider.
What?
This is her rider if she is employed as a Tanya Tucker impersonator. She needs it. Load in must begin 4 hours prior to door open. Sound and system checks will be 45 minutes prior to opening doors. Professional house sound light tech. 12 premium beers. Hospitality. 1 bottle premium vodka. Assorted mixers. Cranberry orange soda. 10 bottled waters. Must be allowed to inspect genitalia in a lighted area until such determination can be made that client is disease-free.
No sponsor on here.
Not a weirdo. Veggie platter, 4 clean towels, 2 meal or food allowance, or $60 buyout. If you want someone to watch, it's extra.
All right.
I tell you what, I didn't hear her perform as Tanya Tucker, but I can attest to the prostitute part.
All right. I don't want to hear about it. Don't nobody want to hear about that. There ain't no... Always doing prostitution sponsor. I ain't going to have no prostitute sponsor on here.
TT Slot is a local... This was Providence. I was at George Jones's funeral. Somebody comes up to me in the parking lot. We start talking. Birdman gets involved. Oh, that's why she circled the... Somebody watching is extra.
Oh, I don't want to hear about it.
Don't tell... Jackie, don't tell Birdman.
Oh,
this will break his heart. He is going whoever he talks to, the South American smugglers who bring the cockatiels, whatever. When he goes down to Florida and he's in the swamp meeting on boats with Cubans who've got like squawking things tucked into burlap bags under their arms, he's probably leading every conversation off, hey, guess what happened to me at the George Jones funeral? And they go, okay? And Tanya Tucker. And here it is. I mean, she's got 4 clean towels. I mean, she's got her rates here on
I don't want to hear her rates. There ain't no sponsor on here. That's enough.
Mirabella. So that's Mirabella Gennessey.
Oh.
Tanya Tucker. You know what, Jackie? Don't be so judgmental. When something horrible happens, like the George Jones funeral or Pearl Harbor, the nation just goes into this sort of shell-shocked, just needing a hug sort of trance.
All right.
Where you just kind of wander the streets looking to make connections and connect with your fellow Americans and make a difference in their life. And you make a difference. They make a difference in your life. And if you got the 4 towels and you're in the Opry House parking lot with a Tanya Tucker impersonator.
Oh.
It's about healing.
All right, enough. I'm done.
I know I did not have 4 towels with me. Birdman.